and welcome to Talking Schmidt. I'm your host, Eric Schmidt.
Hello, I'm Greg Burmeister.
And today we have our political correspondent, Michael Knight, with us. Welcome, Michael. I'm sorry, I'm just going to cut you off right there. There's been some breaking news today. We're recording this on Sunday, July
21st.
I don't know. 21st. Sleepy Joe Brandon has dropped out of the presidential race.
Oh no!
Yes. Well, or maybe yes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
That's
understand.
why we have our political correspondent.
That's why we brought the political
That's right. I
correspondent with us.
appreciate you having me on for this. This is sent political shockwaves up and down the nation.
Historical.
This is historical. I believe never in the country's history has anybody dropped out with just 107 days left until the election.
Wow. So, okay. Where'd you find that information?
Are
you on Twitter.com?
I am not.
Are you on the Facebooks?
No.
Are you on the MySpace?
I am not.
You're not on any of these.
I had MySpace at one point.
Are you on LiveJournal? Is this report coming from LiveJournals?
It is not.
Are you on AOL Instant Messenger?
Are you on AOL Instant Messenger?
Bingo!
Oh, okay.
There it is.
That's a good
AOL
source.
Instant Messenger.
Love that place.
Yeah.
I still chat with my friends on there.
No, I'm on Tumblr, actually.
Okay, Tumblr. That's a good one, too. So a lot of naked ladies on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's why I first joined.
That's neither here nor there.
No.
That has nothing to do with this Biden thing.
I came for the naked ladies. I stayed for the politics.
Very good.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened? Joe Biden just too sleepy? Or
I think he got COVID, yes, and it affected his brain.
the novel coronavirus?
Yes, exactly.
So he's out sick for work.
Yeah,
And
no,
now he's just quitting.
He is.
He just decided to quit.
Did he use up all his sick time?
He got sick and then he quitting.
He's like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah, no, he is quarantining in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, which is ironic because I just came from Ocean City, Maryland.
I hope you don't have COVID.
I might.
Maybe you got the Biden strand.
We were in the same area, so I might.
Were you kissing the president?
I was.
Oh my God!
And now I'm going to kiss
While
you.
he was asleep?
you kissed a sleeping president?
I did.
You're
yes.
trying to wake him up?
Well, yeah.
Sleeping Beauty situation?
Yeah, I said there's important stuff that needs to be done, and he said Pennifer.
He always confuses people for celebrity couple Ben Affleck and Jennifer.
Bennifer.
Yeah, right. Yes,
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, I think would make a great vice president.
Jennifer Lopez?
Or Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Either. You know what?
Bennifer.
Maybe that's the ticket.
Both of them.
Maybe that's the ticket we need.
Yeah.
So
to save America.
Who is Joe? Am I pronouncing Joe Brandon?
Joe Brandon.
Sleepy Joe Brandon is his nickname. His real name is Joseph Biden.
Okay. And so who is his vice president?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Are you pronouncing that correctly?
I believe I am.
Good.
She's a dirty cop, right?
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh my.
Shots fired.
That's
goodness.
what AOL Instant Messenger told me.
You're on there too, huh? I got to get your screen name after this.
Yeah. So she's the vice president.
She is.
And she's been vice president for how long?
Well, for 4 years, of course.
Do they
as
think-
long as Joe Biden's been president?
Okay. Do they think that she will be the choice? Is that what's going to happen? Will she be the presidential candidate?
Currently, yes. What happened was Joe Biden made the announcement today at 1:46 saying he's not going to seek re-election, even though he said literally yesterday that he was. He's full steam ahead. They're gonna, which by the way is ironic because he has COVID and is by himself. He's isolating in Rehoboth Beach, so he's like full steam ahead in my. Take that,
hey buddy! You gotta
I
take
just
it
punched
easy.
Eric's microphone. By the way, I got so upset.
Well, I think though the philosophy on that is that he would say he is running up until he is not running. You have to say you're running. Whether or not you're considering dropping out.
Yes,
right?
but there has been a ton of pressure for the past.
So bullying works.
At
We were
least
like,
2 months.
yo, dude, you should quit. And then enough
good news.
of us said that he did.
I'm going to start bullying more people.
Yeah. Next time I don't like the president, I'm like, let's get this fucker to quit.
It's clearly
There you go.
effective.
Yeah, it seems to have worked because he announced today that he's not going to seek re-election, and he has already come out and endorsed his vice president.
Oh, so
however,
okay. Right.
However, I don't think it's up to just him. I think there's a DNC, what's called
There's
a
like
DNC.
a secret cabal of wizards.
It's like a DNC. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
The Illuminati.
It's the Democratic National Committee.
We got to figure out what
and
Jeff
they're gonna
Epstein
decide.
wants. The ghost of Jeff Epstein wants to do.
But no, he has already come out and said that he would like Kamala Harris to be the nominee, but that it's not set in stone yet. So,
Well, that's fun. She's younger than he is.
She's probably not quite as tired.
Yeah.
She
seems to
doesn't have COVID.
Oh,
but-
yeah,
yet.
that's very good.
Yet. Yeah.
She seems to have energy. She's a person of color, I believe.
I believe she is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be a bad look. And listen, I'm not saying I'm like a fan of this lady or anything, but I do think it would be a bad look for them not to make her the nominee, right?
It would be pretty weird and awkward, yeah. But however, I mean, they're going to look at who they feel is most electable come November 5th or November 4th.
Yeah.
The
Who
4th
is
or 5th,
who are the
whichever.
other contenders for like becoming vice president if it is Kamala Harris? Or I guess who would be the other contenders for being the nominee as well? Let's start there. Let's forget that first thing I said. Let's just say who else would even be being considered to be the nominee?
So Andy Brashear, I think, is a governor from Kentucky. His name has been mentioned. Gavin Newsom is the governor of California.
I'm a big California guy.
You
Love
are.
that state.
That's
Have you ever
where,
been there?
I have, yeah. I've been once.
Where'd you go?
I stayed with a friend in West Hollywood for about a month and a half or 2
Dude,
months.
that's so cool. Did you
I've
see any
stayed in
movie
West
stars?
Hollywood too.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
I disliked it so much I moved back.
Oh, you were going to move
I was
there?
going to move there, and I came back after a month and a half or 2 months, mainly because I couldn't even find an apartment. And this is in 2000. I remember going out there and trying to find a place, and you had to pay money to just see places.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was your experience.
I almost moved there before I moved to New York.
Okay.
I chose New York instead, but I just didn't want to.
I as well, by the way.
I didn't know anyone out there, but I knew people in New York, so
Okay,
I was like,
gotcha.
all right, I can go crash on someone's couch and
Yeah.
do that thing. But
Exactly. They had some weird thing at the time. I don't know if this is still the case, but you had to pay to get on sites to see apartments. And I remember it was like $50 or $60 just to sign
you have
up
to do that
just to sign up
30
to see
times.
apartments. Yeah, exactly. Just to see apartments. And I was
You know
like, what is going on?
That is horseshit.
It is.
I don't
And
like
I
it.
pray to God they've stopped doing that.
Me too. Yeah,
right.
that was awful.
So this Gavin Newsom fella, he's the governor of that state.
He is the governor of California. Yeah, there's other names too that have been mentioned. Gretchen Whitmer is the governor of Michigan. Her name
That
is
state looks like a hand.
yes,
it does.
yes, very good. Yeah.
I know politics.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You know states too. More importantly.
Oh, I'm a big states guy.
Yeah.
Not a big states rights guy, by the way. I don't want to make that kind of.
What does the state of Florida look like?
Oh, buddy, I'm not allowed to.
Oh,
I'm not
hey
allowed to
now.
say that on here, man.
It
You're trying to
kind
get
of looks
me-
like a boomerang.
You're trying to get me.
Yeah. That's what I was going for. I don't know where your minds were,
You're trying to get me canceled, dog?
especially yours.
on my own podcast. You slippery snake, you.
I'm looking to take over this podcast.
Oh, I see what's going on. All right, so we got.
Yeah,
some-
there's been several names mentioned. Biden himself has come out and said that he wants Kamala Harris to be the nominee. We'll see.
Okay, so if it's her,
To be determined.
If it's her, she'll probably pick like a boring white guy to be.
Possibly. I mean,
she might go double lady.
possibly. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows what she's?
People like two
Good thing.
women.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, remember that movie Office Space?
Yeah. What would you do with $1 million?
Yeah.
Well, Lawrence. That guy rules.
What would you do with $1 million? I know what I'd do with $1 million.
Yeah, that guy loved two ladies.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the route they go. I don't know. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I'm not a sexist. I just want to go ahead and say that.
Do you think that that's going to? Do you think that's at all feasible to getting them into the presidency and to
Depends on the lady. I mean,
Yeah.
Beyonce, people love her.
Yeah.
Oprah, maybe?
Taylor Swift, people love
Jennifer Lopez.
Taylor Swift? That would automatically win you the presidency.
I think so.
if she's
People
on her
really love
ticket.
that lady. I mean, I'm not as warm on her.
I don't
but-
get it, but
yeah, but like
a lot of people.
I mean, I also don't hate her.
But a billion other people do.
She's
Yeah.
fine. She's
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
Do you
Yeah.
mean fine?
Well, yeah, she's
an attractive lady.
She's attractive,
Yeah.
and her music she's talented. But
Sure.
there are other musicians I prefer to listen
Okay,
to.
so Greg's not too hot on the Kamala Taylor Swift ticket.
No.
It doesn't sound like you are either, to be honest with you.
I mean, I would vote for it. I guess you know
would or would not?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. So okay, so that's That's so that's that, right? Like, so there's going to be a convention because they have not had a convention yet.
I don't think so. No.
And then they'll
you got to convene before
you got to convene.
You
Then
do.
you get mean, right? That's what they say.
I think that's the say. Yeah, that's the saying. Yeah.
So-
Convene to get mean.
Yeah.
So that's the Democratic Party, right?
Yep.
And so I guess the Republican Party is going to need to.
They're gonna figure out.
They got to pick someone too, right? Yeah,
Well, no. What do you mean? They already have their person.
Because they need someone to go
they have to have
against.
someone to run against, like Kamala or whoever.
Otherwise,
ends up
they
being.
would just win by default.
Yeah, but they. Are you? What?
They got the Republican Party. We have a
They need-
two-party system.
Yeah, because
I
you
mean,
have to have the choice to vote for one of two people.
They already have their person, guys.
Oh, who is it?
Donald Trump.
Is what, the guy has the same name as the guy from like,
No, the Donald Trump is
from the 80s.
the guy from Home Alone 2?
And
That's what?
real
That's how
estate guy.
The real estate guy.
Yeah.
You're telling me he's been in
Where have you
politics?
guys been for the past?
We don't
I
pay
don't know, 8
attention.
years?
We're not big politics guys.
Yeah, we generally don't. That's why we brought you in. You're the political.
we heard there was an election.
This can't be real. This
Yeah.
cannot be happening.
We
right now.
heard there was an election going on. And we were like, we should
probably get
start
some
we should
more
start talking
information.
about it, right? People want to talk about it.
Have you guys been in outer space or something? What the hell?
We just don't. So this guy Donald Trump, the actor from the 90s, he had the show. Greg worked on it. Greg knows that guy.
I worked on his TV show.
Yeah.
And you're telling me. Wait,
He was president,
He's
guys.
running for.
He was
sorry,
president for 4 years.
President of what?
Yeah,
The United States of America before Sleepy Joe Brandon was president.
Oh my God! Really?
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Wait, they let that guy be president?
Yes, they did.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's a great bit.
Yeah, that's
you guys
really
been
funny.
in space or something? Like what? I
Wait,
mean,
they
you with
let
this
that
beard,
guy-
you've been out to sea or something?
I travel quite a bit. Maybe that's why I missed it. But
You're clean shaven. You must have been around here.
I'm sorry. So Donald Trump
Was president
from The
from
Apprentice
2016 to 2020. Yes.
God, I don't know what I thought happened at that time.
Yeah,
Wow, that's wild.
I guess
was he good?
Just assumed Obama was still.
Good God.
Yeah, I think I just
man.
thought Obama was president for a long time.
No.
So wait a minute. Was he good?
Depends on who you ask, I guess.
Okay.
I certainly don't think he was.
Okay. All right. Well,
but
I'm
millions upon millions of other people think he was the best and are going to try and put this guy in a position of power again, even though he was just convicted of a felony.
Oh, he's had legal troubles?
Yeah, just a bit.
Oh my God.
Well, I hope he has a good attorney.
Yeah, me too. Well, or unless he's bad, in which case, then I hope I guess he doesn't.
I mean, how have you guys not know? Like, where were you were you on the planet Earth from 2016
Well, there was
to 2020?
COVID. There was like
Yeah, it was
COVID. We
COVID.
didn't start the podcast till 2021.
Yeah,
so we were just
I went to
kinda-
California for a couple days.
Yeah.
back in
my God.
2022.
I don't know.
Jesus
Like I said,
Christ.
we're not experts. That's why we bring you on. So this is
Christ's
shocking
sakes.
to hear. Donald Trump from The Apprentice.
Yes.
President of the United States.
And it's
Fred,
the same.
Fred
it's
Trump's
not,
son.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
one
it's
of
not
them,
just
anyway.
another guy who has the same name.
He was friends with Jeff Epstein too. This
Yeah,
Trump
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, he's been to his island, as far as I know.
My God. Well, this is shocking.
Yes, he was president from 2016 to 2020, and depending
and
on
you
who
think-
you ask, again,
And you think he's going to be their nominee?
he is already their nominee. They've already come out and said he is their nominee.
Really?
You jackasses! Yes,
My God.
he's already their nominee.
I'll tell you, this is why we don't talk politics.
Apparently,
Because
yeah.
I feel like this is more
getting called-
breaking news
we're
than
getting-
the
yeah, we're getting
Joe
called
Sleepy.
jackasses. Yeah. Well, has
Jesus
anything else?
Christ.
Can you get us caught up on the
Is
Trump?
he sleepy like Joe?
Yeah, is he old? He's
Not
old.
at all.
He
In
must
fact,
be,
people think he's on amphetamines or something.
he must be old by this point, though, right?
He's
'Cause
70. I
haven't-
believe he's like 78. Yes.
That's pretty old.
So yeah, he's very old.
How's he doing
Did you not
health-wise?
hear about him almost being assassinated like 2 weeks ago?
Oh my God!
Whoa.
No, that's terrible.
Somebody
unless
shot
he's
him. Not even
mad.
2 weeks ago. Probably like a week ago.
Well, I'm shocked. I'm sorry to hear it. Unless he's bad, though. If he's
I mean-
bad, I guess that's.
Listen, it depends on who you ask, but I don't think anybody deserves to be assassinated, right?
Well, is it called assassination if you're not the president?
Well, it was an assassination attempt, and yes, it is called like somebody
Where
would assassinate
was he
you
at
or I.
like a Broadway show and someone like sitting in the balcony? And
I mean,
someone,
he's not Abraham Lincoln. It's
See, we know about him. We know
yeah,
about Lincoln.
yeah.
But
Well,
we didn't know. We're not like big on like contemporary.
yeah. I guess
stuff.
that's where your knowledge of presidency stops,
Yeah,
right?
we're not,
Right,
we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
hip when it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
to
You're not hip, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently apparently he was giving a campaign rally, he likes to call them. He just goes, throws these grandiose parties where all his supporters.
Oh, cool. People like drinking and stuff?
Yeah, his supporters show up and they're
They listen to like techno?
they sit there and stare at him in awe, pretty much. Like,
That sounds not very fun.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cultish. But he was having one in what was it, Butler, PA or something, in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I know
and somebody
states.
got on a roof.
That one's shaped like a box.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and some kid got on a roof and shot at him.
A child?
Yeah, like a 20-year-old.
Wow.
Well, that's not a child.
Well, he's 20 years old.
Adult man.
Young adult.
He
Sure.
shot at him.
Yeah, hit his ear.
Hit him.
Ouch.
Hit him with the rifle. Yeah.
Sounds like
My
it hurts.
God.
One of the bullets shot from the rifle. Yeah.
Holy cow. And is the kid okay? Or?
Well, the kid is dead.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
The Secret Service murdered him.
Yeah, I guess they don't like when you do that.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's allowed. So,
Man, this is
did
troubling
you not
stuff.
hear?
I
Have
guess
you
that's
not
a
heard of
fair
this?
punishment.
Did you not hear about this?
No, we just
No,
heard
I
about
just-
Sleepy
yeah, I
Brandon
heard
today, and we
Sleepy
were like, well,
Joe
we better start
woke
talking
up
about
and-
this stuff.
We better call Mike, our
we better get Mike, our political
correspondent, on.
correspondent in
Yeah.
here.
Good God,
We don't
guys.
have time to read every news.
Yeah, people
article.
send us emails too, and
Yeah,
I get a lot of like
I-
OnlyFans emails, so it's
I guess-
I have a very active following.
I
on
guess that's a good
OnlyFans.
point. I guess.
I
Jesus
prefer
Christ.
watching action movies.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Speed is a great
Oh,
one.
yeah. I just watched that the other day.
Well,
Yeah.
let me get y'all caught up on this guy, Donald John Trump. if I
Okay,
can.
sure, yeah.
He was
Believe that.
president from 2016 to 2020.
Ah.
Okay, and he's
2016
a
to
Republican,
2020,
or was
yeah.
he then?
He is the Republican. Yes, he was a Republican president.
And he was then too.
Yes, he was.
Okay,
Yes.
interesting.
He withdrew us from the Paris Climate Accord, the
Okay.
Paris Climate Agreement.
Well, that sounds bad.
Yeah, so
He-
he doesn't like the French.
He suggested that we inject bleach into our veins to eliminate COVID.
Oh, does that work?
Frowned upon mask wearing. Told people that they shouldn't do that.
Wait, does the bleach thing work though?
Are you serious right now?
You know we're not scientists.
Good God! No, of course it doesn't work. You
Yeah.
can't
Okay.
inject bleach into your veins. And-
Yeah.
Does it at least make you feel high?
Oh, that'd be cool.
No, it makes you feel die. You're dead.
Oh,
well,
no.
Greg, we better cross that off.
Yeah,
our
you better cross that off your
list
party
of things we
to-do
were,
list.
we were going to try to do today.
Yeah. No, you cross that off.
Well, Americans and listeners, this is troubling information we're getting from our political correspondent.
Not
Michael
really.
Knight.
I mean, it's been out there this entire time.
I'm going to have to. I think we got some reading to do, Greg. I think we're going to have to look into this.
I don't know. I just don't have the time to read.
Yeah. Well, we could watch some TV.
Oh, yeah. I
You
like
just put
watching
on-
television.
You know, other people have podcasts where they talk about this sort of stuff in depth, I think.
Did you not
Oh,
That's
watch
what I
very
kept I would keep hearing it. And I'd be like, I don't know what these people are talking about.
Yeah.
I thought it was
neither
an
of you
ad
watched
for
television?
The Apprentice if I had heard Trump's
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked on the show, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't." It's been 12 years since I worked on it,
Yeah.
but maybe it's still going. I
And
don't
maybe it's
know.
getting weird.
Yeah.
Seems like that's what's happening.
Oh, jeez.
So-
Have neither of you watched television in 8 years?
No, we got streaming. I just watched like
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks 2.
Same.
The
I
third
watched
one
Ace
sometimes.
Ventura.
Yeah, When Nature
course.
Calls, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Second
So
one's
that's
very
all.
good.
That's all we do.
The Big Lebowski.
Big
You ever
Lebowski,
seen
great
that picture?
movie. Oh my god,
well,
one of our
okay.
top favorites.
All
I
right,
think.
that's great.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I'm not here to talk about movies, guys. I'm here to talk about politics.
Well, and,
inform
And
your
we
asses.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
very informative.
So yes, getting on track again. Donald Trump is going to be running against whoever the DNC.
not Joe Brandon,
Not
Sleepy,
Exactly.
not
Boy.
Sleepy Joe Biden.
He has bowed out of the race. Yes, he's going.
What do you think he's going to do?
He's going to finish up his term
Gonna go
when
fishing?
he kicks COVID.
Okay.
He's going to finish up his term until basically November, or actually it goes until January 20th.
You think he's going to get into like a craft, like an art?
Maybe. I doubt it, but
I
he's
hope
gonna
so.
start,
Start
like-
some knitting. Some
Yeah.
paper mache is a fun one.
paper mache. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would do that if I was retiring as president.
Would you do it with Joe Biden?
Yeah, he seems like a nice enough guy. You know.
Yeah. You do some paper macheing with Joe Biden?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
make a
does he-
pinata. That sounds like a lot of fun.
We could make a Trump pinata.
Hey, there we
Yeah,
go.
That'd be fun.
Oh, my
Although they probably frown upon that. That
Yeah.
seems like it might be inciting like violence. So I guess we shouldn't do that since apparently people are taking shots at this guy.
Yeah. Well, somebody did, and not Joe Biden, of course, but
Oh, good. Well, was the guy like a Democrat?
no. It turns out he was a Republican, registered Republican.
Wow, that's strange.
Yep.
Why would he do it?
I think they're still looking into that. They haven't figured out why.
Ah.
He was Pretty much a kid that kept to himself, didn't have much social media, unlike you guys.
Yeah, you got to get on MySpace.
Yeah. AOL Instant Messenger.
make some
that's where
internet
the
friends.
real
Tons of
news is
social media, which makes it all the more shocking that you've never heard of Donald Trump being president.
Again, I think I just if I heard his name or saw him on something, I think I just thought it was an advertisement for The Apprentice, which I assumed was still on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's just people making jokes.
Yeah.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what if this guy was the president?
Yeah, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I thought, but I had no idea it was for real. That's
well, no,
terrifying.
yeah, he actually became president. So
Well, if you're listening, Donald Trump, try to be good, I guess. Don't be bad, I think would be my...
Do your best.
Yeah.
Be best.
But like do...
be best, as your wife
do,
says.
Yeah, do good things, I think would be my advice to you.
Hashtag be best.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mike, thanks for Michael Knight, political correspondent. Thank you for getting us caught up.
Michael Q. Knight.
Michael Q. Knight.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing up my middle name, Greg.
absolutely.
Initial
My middle initial.
Sounds very professional.
stands for Quaaludes, right?
It does.
Quaaludes.
My
Yeah.
parents were drug addicts.
That's right.
Terrific.
That's right. Drug addicts in the 70s.
I guess. Thanks for having me on. I still am kind of in shock that you didn't.
Well, you got
know.
us caught up. I mean,
Yeah.
you got us caught up.
We'll have to start having you back more,
We'll start
so-
having you back so we can be more informed, and maybe our listeners can be a little more informed too.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Very fun.
Thanks
Very
for
good.
having me on. Yep, this has been interesting.
And catch
for
you next
sure.
time on. Oh, by the way, a format or a note on scheduling. I'm going to be out of town next week, so we're gonna have a no episode, or maybe I'll just give you a little update as to what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
But
we'll figure out something.
Figure it out. But I'm going to be out of town, so anyway, hopefully nothing crazy happens. Oh my God,
I know,
Yeah,
right?
this is nuts.
But we'll have if it does, we'll have Mike back on to tell you
I'll
about
be happy
it.
to come on and educate you too,
Thank you, Michael.
for sure, because I'm sure everybody else listening to this podcast knows everything I just said,
You think so?
without a doubt.
Okay. All right.
well, if they didn't, they do now.
yeah. And hey,
It's so ridiculous.
listeners,
Of course they knew.
Listeners, if you didn't know, email us to let us know that you're also shocked to hear that Donald Trump was apparently president of the United States for 4 years.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say you get 0 emails.
Well, you can email us at talkingschmidt69@gmail.com.
Yep. Talking Schmidt, 61 through 68 were taken.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got stuck with
Makes
the
sense that
69.
you went for Talking Schmidt 69.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, listeners, and we look forward to hearing from you. Talking Schmidt is recorded at Burmeister Studios in
Astoria, Queens.
Opening music is by Greg Burmeister. Closing music is by
Greg Burmeister.
Our intern is Jason Travis. If you like what you've heard, please like, follow, and write a review for us wherever you listen to podcasts. If you didn't like it, please keep listening to it, but keep your opinions to yourself. If you really liked it, you can find bonus episodes over on our Talking Schmidt Patreon page. Membership is just $5 per month, and it goes a long way to buy us the equipment and bourbon we need. Thanks in advance, and hope you're doing great.